after having done your thorough revision for the exams, how you write in exams becomes equally important. Because I have seen that although some students have prepared very nicely, they revised everything, they paid attention in class, they prepared good notes, but just because they did not write very well in exams, they could not score the marks which they deserved. So it is very important to learn how to write in exams in such a way that you can score good marks and unnecessary do not lose marks, I should say that. So in this video we are covering tips for maths. So first of all, of course, that applies in all the subjects, that your writing should be clear. It is very important in maths because sometimes if we are not writing clearly, then you may confuse with 2, may look like confused with 3, or 3 may be confused with 8, things like that. So your handwriting has to be clear so that you do not confuse with the numbers and cause any confusion. Then what you should do, draw a large, clearly labeled diagram or model. Because up to the primary level or even up to lower secondary level, many maths questions can be solved by drawing a model. For example, if 2 chairs cost this much, and then the 5 chairs cost this much, like that. So means drawing a model. That's what I mean by drawing a large, clearly model. So if you have drawn that big enough and labeled it properly, that will help in visualizing the question which is given in few lines. And sometimes when you are reading that question, you may not get the correct picture, uh, what the question is asking, what you're supposed to do. So by drawing a clearly labeled model helps you in getting to the problem. Then present your solution in a neat, logical, and concise way. So your solution should look neat, logical, and concise. Many times you need to do some rough working, you're still not sure of the answer. What you can do, draw a line on the side and write it here, rough work, and then do your scribbling, do your mental calculation, do your all the extra trials you want to do before you get the final solution. So that what you write in the exam paper, that looks very neat, logical, you follow the steps properly, and concise. Extra information is all there in the rough work which you were thinking through. Very, very important is show all workings. I underline this because many times I have seen students are working mentally, and so they just write few steps and omit some steps. But then your teacher may have told that there are many marks given for the working steps. So if you write steps have marks assigned. So if you have written the steps correctly, and maybe the last step was wrong and hence your answer was wrong, so at least you get some marks for those correct steps. Otherwise, if you miss some steps, then you lose marks for those steps also, and your answer is wrong. So overall, your marks will become very little in that question. So therefore, show your all workings clearly. Another very important thing which students forget to do, and that is write any formula used clearly. So supposing you are finding the area of rectangle, an area of rectangle equal to length times breadth. So I have seen students will be just multiplying 25 times 13. They are doing the calculation, but before that they did not write. It just takes a few seconds only to write the formula, but it becomes again very important from marks point of view, as well as if you have done any mistake, then you can always check whether your formula was correct or not. And teacher will also be impressed when the formula is written beforehand. So don't forget to write this, because usually there is some mark for formula also. Although your calculation later on is wrong, you get marks for the formula. Then of course you need to use and write correct units. Units means like grams, kilogram, liter, milliliter, etc. Many times we are doing calculations in grams, but we forget to change it into kilogram, and we end up writing kilogram. Sometimes I've seen students are in such a hurry, or they don't have the habit of writing units. They just do calculation, leave the number as such. Then there is usually 1 mark reserved for units. So you lose that mark. So it is very important that you write the units properly. Another way of checking your answer is that you can do a rough estimate of calculation and then check your answer, final answer with that, so that you can check whether your answer, what you're writing, is sensible or not. Now for example, if you're doing a long calculation, 235 times 412 equal to something. So what I'm saying here is that you can mentally calculate 200 times 400 is equal to, it should be roughly 80,000. If your answer is coming 4,000 or 2,000 or something smaller, much smaller or much away from this, then you know something is wrong somewhere. So by doing a rough estimation, when you're writing an answer, then you can see, oh, you're on the right track. When using a calculator, make sure that each calculation is shown clearly in your answer. So when sometimes we are doing calculation after calculation on the calculator, and we don't write it in our working steps. So again, that becomes a part of the show all the working steps, because then when you are doing one calculation, write the answer, then do another calculation, calculator, write that answer, then follow another one, then write the answer. So then give the final answer to the required degree of accuracy. So your answer should be to the required degree of accuracy. When you're doing those different working steps, no need to round off yet. You should round off only when you come to the last step, to the final answer, and then you round off to it, to the required degree of accuracy. Sometimes the question paper says to the 2 decimal places, or to 1 decimal place, or to 3 significant figures. Whatever the question is asking, so round off to that level of accuracy. Then another important tip is, if you get stuck, then reread the question carefully to check if you have not missed any important info or hints given in the question itself. So if supposing you feel that you are stuck in the question, your answer is looking absurd, then reread the question carefully and see if you have missed any steps, any information there which may have been useful in solving that question. And last but not the least, reread all your solutions as against the questions given. So you should always review your answers or solutions to check whether you have answered all the questions given in the question paper and in the given format. If supposing you feel, oh, in the answer you have not written the units, do it now. If you feel, oh, you did not round out to the right degree of accuracy, do it now. If supposing you were stuck in some question and you left it halfway in the beginning, now maybe you can complete it fast. So by reviewing your work before you hand in, you will be able to take care of these things. And of course, uh, for reviewing, therefore you save some time when you're planning for your time for writing the exam. So if you follow these steps, I am sure you will be able to improve your percentage of marks in maths by about 10%. If you are doing all these steps, your marks will be improved. So happy exams for maths. Bye for now.